Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sports Star. Today, we're going to be doing our 2021 to 2022 season regular season predictions, and we're just going to be going through week by week on this website called Playoff Predictors, and we're just going to be pretty much predicting literally every single game, all 256. Well, actually, there's more this year, but every single game in the regular season, and we hope you like it. So let's get into this. So Steelers and Bills, week one. What do you think? I'm picking the Bills here.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. I think the Bills are coming off the offseason with a lot of power. My only concern is the running game, but I think the Bills take week one.
Yeah. All right. Chiefs and Browns. Now, obviously, the Browns team is really good, and the Chiefs, other than the offensive line, are really, really good as well. What do you think here? I'm kind of conflicted.
I still think the Chiefs end up winning. I mean, it's going to be close, but Chiefs overall have a better team. Their offensive line's back, and I think that's going to be a concern for the Browns.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be like must-watch television. That's going to be a good game. Let's move on now. Dolphins Patriots. I'm picking the Dolphins here. Might be a bit of an upset. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's Dolphins easily in this game. I think Tua's going to have a huge game, and yeah, I think it shouldn't be. I think it's going to be not even close.
Yeah, hopefully the Dolphins do. I mean, the Patriots have done a lot of upgrading this offseason, but I do think the Dolphins squeak out this one. Texans Jaguars. I think Jaguars. We don't really have to talk about
Jags,
that one.
yeah. I have the same.
Yeah. Then Ravens Raiders. Honestly, this game could go either way depending if the Raiders offense kind of clicks and if their receiving unit, especially Henry Ruggs, gets going. But I think the Ravens. What do you think?
I think the Raiders are going to upset, but honestly, I think either way I think it'll be a close game. But yeah, I think it's going to be the Raiders in my opinion.
All right, yeah, let's go for the Raiders because it really could go either way. Vikings Bengals. I mean these teams did get much closer together in the offseason. Like the Bengals getting better, and the Vikings not really getting much better at all. What do you say?
I say Vikings. I think the Vikings just have an overall better running game. The Bengals do have a better QB and better defense anyway, but I still think the Vikings end up taking this game.
Yeah. And then we have one of the must-watch games, probably of the season, but definitely of week one. Seahawks versus the Colts. Who do you have here? I think the Seahawks maybe eke out a win just because Carson Wentz may be a little bit rusty, especially with that new system. Maybe later in the year they'll be gelling together, kind of like the Buccaneers, but what do you say here?
I think Seahawks win pretty easily. I'm not a huge fan of Carson Wentz right now, so I think Seahawks still get the win.
Yeah. Now, Chargers and the football team. I think the Chargers do get the win here, although I don't think this is going to be a very easy win for the Chargers at all. Football team defense is outstanding, and yeah, it's going to be a tough game for them.
Yeah, Chargers, obviously Herbert had a great rookie season, and yeah, not much I need to say about that.
Yeah. Then Giants Broncos. I think the Broncos eke out a win. I don't think they're going to get Aaron Rodgers anymore. We can discuss that in a later video, but Broncos certainly are a force to be reckoned with. Now, it will. If they got Aaron Rodgers, they certainly would be. But even just Teddy Bridgewater, he was decent last year.
Aaron Rodgers showed up to training camp for the Packers today or yesterday. So yeah, they're obviously out of the contentions for him, but I still think I think Broncos win.
Yeah. All right, Panthers Jets. Now this is going to be a really interesting game. Sam Darnold against his old team, trying to get revenge, trying to show that he's the guy that the Jets missed out on. Honestly, I think the Panthers eke out a win. But what do you say?
Panthers, yeah, I think Panthers get it. Sam Darnold's coming off, gonna have a great game in my opinion, but yeah, I think Panthers get this one.
All right, and then the Cardinals versus Titans. We've talked about this earlier and off air as well. We both love the Titans, of course, but we've also discussed on how the Titans are fundamentally a better team than the Cardinals. I think that the Titans certainly have all the pieces to beat the Cardinals. Like, if we match up the rosters 1v1, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones. And that's pretty even. Maybe Julio Jones gets a slight nod. Derrick Henry versus whoever the Cardinals have at this point. Derrick Henry. Kyler Murray versus Ryan Tannehill. That's actually pretty close.
Probably, but that's probably even.
Yeah, around there. I think overall, other than the defense, maybe obviously Chandler Jones is a beast, and we don't really have that kind of guy. Maybe Ben Dupree fits that role, but hopefully that defense steps up too.
Yeah, exactly what you said.
All right, perfect. Then Cowboys Buccaneers. This is season opener.
I've got Bucks easy.
Yeah,
I mean,
it should be pretty easy.
The only thing that can make it close is Dak Prescott having a fire game after missing almost a year of football, but
yeah. All right, so now we have the Eagles and the Falcons. Now, the Eagles, I think, man, without Carson Wentz from Jalen Hurts, it's just such an unknown. But I think the Eagles maybe eke out a win. What do you say here?
Yeah, I think Eagles win this game. I think it's going to be a close game in my opinion, but I still think Eagles end up getting the win.
Yeah. All right, then Niners and Lions. I think Niners, we don't really have to talk about those too much. Yeah, Rams and Bears. I think the Rams, right? What do you say?
Yeah, Rams. I mean, Andy Dalton starting, not too high on him at this point in his career. Rams obviously have a very complete team pretty much, so I think the Rams end up winning.
Yeah. And now the Packers and the Saints, maybe last week if we did this record predictions thing, then we would have maybe said this was a toss-up, but I think the Packers, now that Aaron Rodgers is back, will be winning this game.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on now to week 2. And we can't really look at the standings too much because, it's only been 1 week. Texans-Browns, I think the Browns get an easy win here. Bills-Dolphins. Honestly, I think since this is at Dolphin Stadium, what do you think? This could be an upset. I mean, maybe they split this year.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a very good game. Obviously, Xavier Howard's not wanting a trade, but I think Dolphins end up with the win.
Yeah, it'd be a really, really good win for the Dolphins and just a really good game overall. Alright, so how about this? We'll just alternate games. So I'll go this game, Broncos, I'd say the win. Pretty easy. And you got the next game.
Pats versus Jets, close game. I think Jets end up getting the win here.
Upset.
Upset time. I think Zach Wilson's I think he has a chance of winning Rookie of the Year, hands down, but just Patriots don't have a very good team anymore overall, but I think, just Jets get the upset.
Yeah. Chiefs-Ravens, I think this will be another pretty good game. I think the Chiefs win. Oh, no, I think the Chiefs win it. Pretty good game.
Raiders-Steelers, I think Raiders will get the win here. Steelers, if I said this last year, I would have not believed myself, but Steelers don't have a great team. Ben's getting old, he's showing it, and Raiders, I think Carr is going to have a good season.
Yeah, alright, so now we move to the Bears and Bengals. I think the Bears do win this game. I know that this could be a very close game, and it could be a Bengals win as well. If Justin Fields is starting, which, by the way, it would probably be an Andy Dalton injury that would cause it, which I don't hope happens. But if Justin Fields is starting, I would say no matter what, they probably win. If Andy Dalton's starting, I think it's questionable, but I think the Bears do win in the end.
So Cowboys-Chargers, I think Cowboys get the win here. Close game. Herbert versus Dak, which is a great matchup, but Cowboys get the win.
All right. Rams-Colts. Oh my God, this is such a good game. Again, I think I'm going to go with that philosophy of it's early in the season and maybe Carson Wentz isn't fully ready yet. Obviously, the Colts haven't exactly I mean, their quarterback play has been decent, but their quarterback play hasn't been like Matthew Stafford level, and I think that's what's going to kind of cost them this game, and that's why I picked the Rams here.
Titans versus Seahawks. It's going to be Seahawks or Titans secondary versus Seahawks wide receiver and wide receiver core, and I don't think it's too big of a. I think it's going to be offense versus offense. Like defense, both defenses aren't good, but I think Titans at the end of the day will come out with the win.
All right, no bias there for sure.
Yeah,
all
totally.
Right. All right, let's move on to the Giants and football team. I think the football team win this game. I think Daniel Jones is not great. The football team has a really underrated team overall, and Ryan Fitzpatrick will probably win this game for them.
All right, Falcons, Bucks. Man, this is going to be a very close game. Both QBs are very similar. Just kidding. I think Bucks can easily win this game. Don't really need to discuss much. Kyle Pitts has a good game, but it still ends up losing the game.
Yeah. All right. Now we move on. Vikings, Cardinals. I give this to the Cardinals. The red teams are winning this red column, but the Vikings just aren't up to the Cardinals level right now. I think Cliff Kingsbury, if he can figure it out, he can definitely win this game. It's not even a question. The roster is better. Kirk Cousins is not as good as Kyler Murray, and that pretty much seals the deal there.
All right, 49ers, Eagles. I think this is going to be a good game. 49ers end up winning it, though, at the end of the day. I think Trey Lance gets a few snaps in this game, but Eagles I'm not too high on Jalen Hurts right now, but I think 49ers get the win overall.
Yeah. Saints, Panthers. I think the Saints do win this game. I'm not going to say that they completely burnt the barn. They do still have quite a few good pieces there. Their offensive line is one of the best in the league. Alvin Kamara is top 2, top 3 running back in the league for sure. And the Panthers just aren't up to that level.
Lions, Packers, easy win for them. Don't really need to discuss much other than Packers, one of the best teams in the league now that Aaron Rodgers is back, as we said before, and Lions have projected to be one of the worst in the league, so yeah.
Yeah, one of the best teams in the league up to the NFC Championship game, that is.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Broncos, Jets. I'm going to pick the Broncos here. And two teams with conflicting tales at the QB position, but the Broncos roster is just too much for the Jets, I think.
Wow, so the Broncos are starting off 3-0.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's a great start for them.
So now we have the Chargers, Chiefs. I think this is going to be an upset. Chargers end up winning this game. So yeah, I mean, Herbert's going to have a great game in my opinion. They just have very underrated offense, and yeah.
Yeah. So, Chiefs here. Raiders, Dolphins. This is going to be a good game as well. I think the Dolphins steal the win. The Dolphins steal the win. And it might be a bit of an upset, but I like the Dolphins in this game over the Raiders.
Okay, so Bengals, Steelers. I got Bengals here. Joe Burrow getting a win for the Bengals team. He's going to carry this game in my opinion. Steelers not starting off like they did last year, and yeah, I think now it's the Colts versus Titans. Yeah.
All right, so Colts versus Titans. I think they're going to split this year, and since Tennessee is the home team this game, I'm going to give it to Tennessee, and that leaves Panthers and Texans.
Yeah, so we have the Panthers versus Texans. I'm going to give this one to the Texans. I feel like they have to win at least one game, and I think Texans have a chance versus the Panthers.
Yeah. All right, Bills football team. I think the Bills win this. Not much of a contest. Defense is great for the football team, but not as good as the Bills offense.
All right, so we have the Bears versus Browns. Browns get this one easy. I think Justin Fields might start this game, I feel like, but yeah, I think Browns take this.
Yeah. Cardinals, Jaguars. I think the Cardinals win. The Jaguars are not, again, I said it last week for the Cardinals, but Cardinals are just too good right now for the Jaguars, and they're just not up to their par.
Okay, Ravens, Lions, not going to do too well versus the Ravens defense, so I think Ravens easily take it.
Yeah. Saints Patriots. I'm actually going to give this one to the Patriots. The Patriots could steal this one. It's going to be a close game again, back to back. It's in Gillette Stadium, so I think the Patriots have a slight edge there, and I think that might actually end up winning the game.
All right, so we have the Packers versus 49ers. I think this is going to be a good game. 49ers end up winning and upset at home.
Yeah, and the Packers have more NFC Championship flashbacks. All right, Giants and the Falcons. I just can't stop dogging on the Packers for that. Sorry. The Giants and the Falcons. I'm going to give this to the Giants. I think that Daniel Jones maybe will give them a few wins. Obviously, he's not going to completely ruin the team. Otherwise, they would just bench him immediately. He will be somewhat productive, but not as productive as you would hope for number 6 overall pick. So yeah, they get this one.
Bucks Rams. I think this is going to be a good game. I think Rams upset the Bucks here, and yeah, not much I need to say.
Yeah, Seahawks Vikings. Seahawks get the win. Not too much to say. Yeah.
Okay, so now we have Eagles versus Cowboys. I think the Cowboys end up surviving the Eagles, and yeah.
Yeah, pretty good game there. Then we move on to the Jaguars Bengals in week 4. I think the Bengals will win this game. They could certainly rally to a win. Oh, sorry. They could certainly rally to a win against the Jaguars, and yeah, good game. Oh yeah, battle of the number 1 overall picking teams.
Yeah.
Back-to-back years.
Yep. Texans versus the Bills. Bills gonna get the win here. Texans showing that they're still one of the worst teams in the league. And yeah.
Yeah. Ravens Broncos. This should be a very good game. Also, their mascots are pretty similar. I just noticed that. And the Ravens, I think, should get this one.
Okay, so Colts versus Dolphins. I think Colts finally get a win here versus the Dolphins, and it's actually away, so that's kind of cool. I think Carson Wentz is finally getting back and figuring out the Colts offense, and Dolphins sadly take the L.
Yeah. Titans Jets. I think the Titans should win this easily. Not much of a contest.
All right, Raiders Chargers. I'm gonna give it to the Chargers. I think Herbert is gonna have a fire game. Carr is not gonna have one of the best games, I feel like, so I'm giving it to the Chargers.
Yeah. Then we have Chiefs Eagles. Chiefs, not much to say there. There you go.
Steelers Packers here.
Yeah. Bucks Patriots. Ooh, this is gonna be a fiery game. You know what? I'm gonna give it to the Patriots. If they can rally behind maybe Mac Jones at this point in the season, this would be the upset of the century, and
probably
Bill Belichick will forever go down in history. That would be crazy if that happened.
Yep. All right. So Browns versus Vikings. Browns easy.
Yeah. Seahawks and 49ers. Now, interdivision game. Gonna be pretty interesting. I'm gonna give it to the 49ers. Slight edge. They might split. I think they will split actually this season. So since they're home, they're gonna win.
All right, Lions Bears. I'm giving this one to the Lions. I feel like Lions have the firepower enough. They've been losing pretty much every game, and Bears just can't take them.
Yeah. Panthers Cowboys. The Cowboys are off to a hot start. They're 2-1 right now. I think they make that 3-1. The Panthers are not as good as them. On paper, anyway.
Falcons football team, giving this one to the Falcons. I feel like Pitts is going to have a good game, lead them to a dub.
Yeah, it's weird to hear that a tight end is leading the team to a dub, but it could very well happen.
I mean, he did it in Florida, so.
Yeah, that's true. Rams Cardinals. Rams are going to win that. Not much of a question. Even though I love the Cardinals, not much of a question there.
Giants Saints, giving this one to the Giants. I think Giants have I think they have to win this one to stay alive. But yeah.
Yeah, so Giants kind of pull up the sort of upset. All right, week 5 now, and the Browns and Chargers. I'm gonna give this, actually, the Chargers could pull off it'd be a pretty big upset, to be honest. I'm gonna give this to the Chargers. Justin Herbert just rallying that team to a victory.
All right, so Bills versus Chiefs. I'm gonna give this one to the Chiefs. I feel like I think they can win this one, despite Allen being very good the recent years. So yeah.
Yeah. Next game, Titans Jaguars. I'm gonna go to the Titans. Actually, I think the Jaguars could win one game against the Titans. So I'm actually gonna split, and the Titans are gonna win their home game. So the Jaguars win this.
Yeah, so Broncos, Steelers, I think Steelers end up winning this game. Najee Harris having a good game.
Yeah, so they finally get a win, are not undefeated on the season anymore, and now we have the Patriots-Texans, who the Patriots are going to run through.
Alright, Colts versus Ravens. I'm going to give this one to the Ravens. Ravens just, I think, have a better team.
Yeah. Packers-Bengals. Packers, there we go.
Okay, so the Dolphins versus Bucks, and I'm gonna give this one to the Bucks. I think easy win for them.
Yeah. Justin Falcons, this is gonna be a good game. To be honest, it could really go either way. I'm gonna give this to the Jets though.
Raiders versus Bears. I'm gonna give it to the Bears. I feel like they can get the dub away. So, yeah.
Yeah. Seahawks and Rams. I'm gonna finally give some love to the Seahawks. Where are they right now? They were 2-2, now they're 3-2. And the Rams take their first loss actually on the season.
Okay, 49ers Cardinals. I'm gonna give this one to the 49ers. I feel like 49ers, I don't think they'll be able to take down the Cardinals. Or I think they'll be able to take down the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I don't think the Cardinals will be able to take down 49ers.
So 49ers off to a hot start. Them and the Chiefs both 5-0. That's pretty good. Giants and Cowboys. Man, I think the Cowboys still win this somehow. Oops, nope. There we go.
I'm gonna give this next game to the Saints. I feel like Winston's gonna have a pretty good game here. And Fitzpatrick, I think Heineke will start games,
Eagles,
but I feel like the Saints.
Eagles Panthers. I'm gonna go to the Panthers. Strictly based off, I have confidence in that Panthers offense, and I don't in the Eagles offense. So there we go.
Vikings Lions. I'm gonna give it to the Vikings.
Yeah.
To end this week.
Yeah. Now week 6 we have Broncos Raiders. Another game. I think we gave. What did we give the last one? I'm not sure. I'm gonna give this to the Raiders. They could definitely win this. It's not out of the question, especially with their better quarterback play than Denver. And yeah, I see this happening.
So Colts off to a horrible start. Somehow Jags are doing better than them, but I'm gonna give this one to the Colts. Texans doing as we expected them to do, but I'm gonna give this one to the Colts.
Yeah. Dolphins Jaguars. I'm gonna give this to the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are just a better team on paper right now, especially if Tua works out.
Give this one to the Ravens. I feel like Lamar Jackson just too unstoppable. I mean, I think this is the first game that they've played against each other, but I feel like Ravens have the edge.
Yeah. Bills Titans. I'm finally gonna give the Bills some more wins. I mean, it's not like they haven't had any. They're 4-2 right now, but I think they finally get revenge from last year on Tuesday night, and yeah.
Browns get the dub versus Cardinals. I feel like Baker Mayfield and their running back duo is just going to have an outstanding game.
Man, the Cardinals have really fallen off. 2-0 to 2-4. That's rough.
Yeah.
All right, Chiefs football team. Chiefs got the win. They're up to 6-0, and now Bengals Lions.
Bengals Lions, going to give it to the Bengals. Got to give it to them because just Lions are just terrible. Goff's not going to have a great ending to his career.
Yeah. Cowboys Patriots. Man, another game that literally could go either way. I'm gonna give this one to the Patriots. That AFC East, by the way, is shaping up to be really good. We'll see how it ends up, but I think the Cowboys can't win this many games. Yeah.
I got to give this next one to the Steelers as a huge upset at home. I mean, the Steelers just have a great home atmosphere, and I feel like Seahawks just not going to be able to handle them at home.
Yeah. Bucks Eagles. I think the Bucks do win. Yeah, Bucks win pretty easily there.
Packers win pretty easily against the Bears. Second time they've beat them this season.
Yeah. Rams beat the Giants. Not much of a question.
I'd say Vikings upset the Panthers. Whatever upset it, however much of an upset it is, I think Vikings win.
Yeah. All right, now Browns and Broncos. I think the Browns win on the road. Oh, wait, no, at home, sorry, against the Broncos. And they now move to the top of their division.
All right, Jets, Patriots. Got to give it to the Patriots. I think Jets won first game, was it? But I think Patriots end up winning.
Yeah. Now we have the Bengals and the Ravens. You know, I think the Bengals could win this game, but I gotta say the Ravens at home, they probably will win this.
Chiefs vs. Titans. I feel like Titans can pull off the upset at home, especially like they did a couple years ago. They weren't half the team they were Titans had just have a lot more pieces than they did a couple years ago, and they still pulled it off. So I think Titans can end up winning this one.
Yeah, and this game could definitely go either way. And the Chiefs finally got their first loss in the season. And the other undefeated team is the 49ers, who just came off a bye against the Colts, and I think they do win this. Well rested, I think they should win.
Okay, so Texans, Cardinals. Cardinals get the win versus Texans. Texans just horrible.
Horrible. Yeah. Falcons, Dolphins off the bye. I think they do get the win. Maybe if it was just even Steven, just say like Sunday to Sunday, maybe the Falcons would win, but I think Falcons off the bye should win.
Eagles, Raiders. I think Raiders end up winning. I just don't think that Eagles have much of a chance.
Yeah. Now we have the Bears, Buccaneers. I think the Bucks do pull that off. Not too hard there.
Panthers, Giants. I'm gonna give this one to the Panthers. I feel like Darnold's gonna have a good game. And yeah.
All right, Packers football team. Packers. There we go.
Rams, Lions, Rams. Gonna give this one to the Rams.
Yeah, Rams sweep the Lions, and now we have the Saints, Seahawks. Saints coming off a bye. I think the Seahawks lose 2 straight, and the Saints actually do pull off I'd say it's an upset at this point. So now you can see in the bottom here, there is a sort of draft order kind of popping up. And I mean, obviously that's like very premature, but it'll get more accurate as the season goes on. Meanwhile, Bills coming off a bye should demolish the Dolphins. And yeah, Steelers, Browns.
Browns should just demolish the Steelers.
Yeah, even though the Steelers are off the bye, I mean, it's not really much of a competition. Chargers coming off a bye against the Patriots could win this. Even not off a bye, they should win this. And yeah, that's the game. And now the Colts and the Titans, I think they're going to split, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Colts should win this. And that puts them up to second in the division. And now my pick with the Bengals and Jets, I think the Bengals do win this game.
Football team, Broncos, giving it to the football team. Feel like they just can pull off the... Well, I don't think it's much of an upset, but I think they can just pull it off.
Yeah. Jags, Seahawks, I'd say the Seahawks win this.
Rams win for Texans.
Yeah. Chiefs beat the Giants pretty easy.
Packers, or I'm gonna give this one to the Cardinals. I feel like they can pull it off.
Yeah. 49ers, Bears. This would be an interesting game and probably pretty close game. I'll give it to the Bears actually. So now every team has taken a loss so far.
Can you give the next one to the Falcons?
Yeah. All right. Eagles, Lions. You know what? I'm gonna give this one to the Lions. I think they could easily win against the Eagles. It's not like something that's out of imagination, especially with Dan Campbell biting off kneecaps. So.
Buccaneers versus Saints. I'm gonna give it to the Saints. I feel like they can pull off the upset.
Yeah. Now Cowboys and Vikings both coming off byes. I think the Vikings actually pull it off here, and kind of just keeps them alive. Now, I mean, 3-4 wouldn't be the end of the world, but 4-3 is much better, obviously. All right, so now on to Week 9, and we first have Jets and Colts.
I'm gonna give it to the. I'll give it to the Colts.
All right. The Colts up to 4-5, kind of recovering their season. Browns and Bengals. I'm gonna give this to the Browns.
I'm gonna give the next one to the Texans. I feel like they can pull off the upset.
All right. So Texans move to 2-7, and they actually fall out of the number 1 pick. But for how much longer, I don't know. Bills Jaguars. Bills pretty easily there.
Packers Chiefs. Gonna give it to the Packers.
Oh yeah, that'll be a really good game. The what was it? State Farm game? State Farm Bowl. Yeah.
Okay, so Broncos Cowboys. Gonna give it to the Cowboys.
Yeah. Chargers and Eagles. I think the Chargers pull it off here pretty easily, to be honest.
Raiders Giants. I'm gonna give this one to the Raiders. I feel like Carr's gonna have a good season.
Yeah, especially have a bye. And with Patriots Panthers, Patriots probably got the dub there.
I'm gonna give this one to the Titans. I feel like they can pull it off against the really incredible Rams defense.
Yeah, that'll be a really tough game though for the Titans. Ravens Vikings, especially off a bye. The Ravens should win this any day, but off a bye too, they should definitely smoke the Vikings.
I'm going to give this next one to the Steelers. I feel like they can pull it off.
Yeah. Then we have the Cardinals and the 49ers. I think, honestly, Cardinals could pull this off. It'd be a good game for sure.
Falcons Saints. I'm going to give this next one to the Falcons. I think they can defeat the Saints in whatever little upset this would be. Falcons.
Yeah. All right. Now we move on to Week 10, and we're halfway through the season now. Let's try to speed through this. Let's not give as many explanations. So Ravens.
Gotta give the next one to the Colts. I think they can pull it off.
Then the Bills.
I'm gonna give this one to the Patriots.
Patriots, and then I'll pick the. Actually, they could pull it off again. Upset the Raiders.
Broncos.
All right. I think the next one goes to the Chargers.
Steelers.
All right. And then I think the Titans should win this.
Panthers.
All right. And then I'd say the Falcons probably pull off an upset.
Football team.
Okay. Ooh, that's an upset for sure. Seahawks, Packers, maybe the Seahawks. I think that, especially if you have a bye, they could win.
Rams here.
Rams, yeah, that'd be a good game for sure. Interdivision as well. Colts, Bills. Colts could pull off the upset, to be honest.
I got the Chargers here.
Alright, Chargers. And then I'd say the Dolphins probably. Or the Jets.
I got the Bengals here.
Okay. And I took the Titans easily or the Texans.
I got the Falcons here. I feel like.
Yeah. Now Ravens Bears. I said the Bears maybe pull off the upset, especially off a bye.
I have got the Browns winning easily.
Yeah. Then the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Chiefs should win this.
49ers Jags. I gotta give it to the 49ers. Yeah.
All right. Saints Eagles. Saints probably.
I'll give this one to the football team.
Yeah. Then Seahawks Cardinals. This would be a really good game. I think Seahawks at home would probably win.
I gotta give it to the Vikings on that upset.
Yeah. And then Giants Buccaneers, I think the Buccaneers should still win. Yeah. Alright, everybody. Well, my co-host had to leave, so I'll just finish the rest of the 7 weeks there are left. Steelers Bengals, I think the Steelers should win this game. Although the Bengals, actually, you know what? The Bengals at home should win this game. Chargers Broncos, I think the Chargers should and could win this game for sure. Titans Patriots, I'd say the Patriots maybe get the slight edge there. Browns Ravens, I think the Browns do win even at Ravens Stadium. Jets and Texans, Jets for sure. Raiders Cowboys, maybe the Raiders probably pull off the upset there. And then the Bills and Saints, Bills for sure. Colts and Buccaneers, I think the Colts could easily give the Buccaneers a run for their money, and that's why I give it to them. Panthers Dolphins, Dolphins probably. And Jaguars Falcons, man, this is gonna be interesting. Falcons probably. Then we move on to Bears and Lions. Bears probably get the slight edge there, to be honest. Although Lions could pull off the upset at home. Vikings 49ers. Vikings could get the win there, especially if Kirk Cousins has one of his good games. And then we have Eagles Giants. Giants, I have faith in the Giants, but Daniel Jones is not reliable. And that, yeah. So there we go. Packers Rams, I say the Rams off a bye should win this game, although this is an excellent game. Must-watch television. And the football team get the win against the Seahawks at home. Alright, then week 13, we have the probably the Chargers winning. Chiefs definitely beating the Broncos at home off a bye. Ravens, I'd say the Steelers maybe win this game. Colts to beat the Texans. Bills to beat the Patriots. Dolphins beat the Giants. Eagles and the Jets, I think the Jets get the nod here. Football team Raiders, football team, and the Rams and Jaguars. Pretty obviously the Rams. Cowboys and the Saints. I'd say probably the Cowboys with the slight nod there. Cardinals get the win over the Bears on the road off the bye and moves them to 500. Buccaneers Falcons. It could go either way, really. I think this game goes to the Bucs. And the Falcons, by the way, having an excellent season, 7-5. Most of those games are against lower level competition teams, though, so how much of that is truly earned, don't really know. Lions Vikings, the Lions could probably pull it off, to be honest. And then we have the 49ers and Seahawks. I think the Seahawks win this one. Yeah, I think they split and Seahawks win this one. So now we have week 14. Ravens Browns. Browns off a bye at home should win. Raiders Chiefs. The Chiefs win. They split. And the Titans and Jaguars. Titans at home off a bye easily win. Steelers Vikings. You know, the Steelers could win. I still have a little bit of faith in Big Ben, and Najee Harris is promising, and Chase Claypool obviously. So maybe Big Ben gets carried, especially by his defense. So there we go. 49ers Bengals. 49ers the Broncos probably beat the Lions. The Bills and the Buccaneers. This is must-watch television. Tom Brady's still haunting the Bills and getting the win over them. And then we have the Giants and the Chargers. Man, I think this is going to be controversial. I'm going to pick the Giants here. Chargers probably won't win 9 games out of the first 13, so there we go. Saints, Jets probably goes... Actually, this could go to the Jets. Seahawks, Texans. Yeah, I'm still gonna give it to the Seahawks. Cowboys football team, Cowboys, Packers. There. I'm gonna give this one to the Panthers, and then this one to the Rams. All right, so we have 4 more weeks to go. Chiefs, Chargers. I'm gonna give this to the Chiefs. This one at the Broncos. Browns do win at home against the Raiders. Patriots. This is tough. I'm gonna give this to the Colts actually, and that battle in the AFC South is just heating up. Jets, Dolphins. This could go either way really. I'm gonna give this to the Jets actually. And then the Texans, Jaguars. Jaguars with the win there. Titans, Steelers. Titans beat the Steelers. Then the Panthers, Bills. Bills win there. Ravens, Packers would be a good game as well. Ravens at home might pull this off, to be honest. Then we move on to the Falcons, 49ers. Falcons do not win this game. They're just not good enough. Buccaneers, Saints, Bucks win. Football team, Eagles. Eagles could probably squeak out a win here, if I'm being honest. And then we move on to Cowboys, Giants. Cowboys probably. Cardinals, Lions. Man, that's tough. Cardinals probably. Seahawks, Rams. Rams win that. And where are the Rams at actually? 12-2. Wow, that's good. The Vikings, Bears. That's tough again. Maybe the Vikings pull off a somewhat upset. Actually, no, the Bears could probably win at home. So now we have the draft order. You can just see. I'm not going to run through this. I want to do that after all 18 picks. Alright, so then we have Ravens, Bengals. Probably goes towards the Ravens, if I'm being honest. Chiefs beat the Steelers. Jaguars could beat the Jets. Jets are still rebuilding. Yeah, I'd say the Jaguars beat the Jets. Patriots, Bills. Patriots could get revenge here at home. Yeah, they could win this. Kind of just a revenge game. Broncos, Raiders. Broncos should win this. Texans, Chargers. Chargers. And the Titans, 49ers. Now, this will be a good game to watch. I'm going to give this one to the 49ers. And the Colts, Cardinals, I'm going to give this to the Cardinals. The Cardinals are off a really rough stretch. They're bottom of their division. Although they have a winning record, they still are bottom of their division. They need a win, and they probably will eke one out here. Packers beat the Browns. That'll be a really, really good game to watch. But I think the Packers do win there. Dolphins, Saints. Probably the Dolphins actually win that game. And now we move on to football team, Cowboys. Cowboys probably win that. Giants, Eagles. I think the Giants actually could pull that off. Then we have Lions, Falcons. Falcons probably still. They're actually up to 8-7. That's pretty good. Buccaneers, Panthers, Bucks. Actually, the Panthers could win at home, to be honest. Then we have Seahawks, Bears. Seahawks win that. And the Rams, Vikings. You know, the Vikings could definitely upset the Rams, and they would be fighting for the playoffs at this point. I could see this happening. 2 more weeks to go now, and the Chiefs, Bengals. Chiefs should probably run through them. Broncos, Chargers. This will be a very even matchup. Again, I think the Chargers win at home. Raiders, Colts. Raiders probably. No, I think the Colts at this time of the year, they're probably looking to just clutch up and win these games. Patriots versus the Jaguars. Probably gonna go towards the Patriots here. Titans, Dolphins. The Titans are gonna win this game, especially this late in the season. Browns, Steelers. Browns get the win there. Texans, 49ers. 49ers should easily win this game. Then the Bills beat the Falcons. Bucks beat the Jets, and actually the Ravens beat the Rams. Rams kind of falling off towards the end of the year. 2 straight losses, but still 12-4, number 1 seed in the NFC, so nothing too bad yet. Then we have Giants-Bears, and the Bears would probably win this game, to be honest. Cardinals, Cowboys, both teams really fighting now. I think the Cowboys could probably let off the steam, but the Cardinals are really going to be looking for that playoff spot. Eagles football team is going to be, neither team is going to be making the playoffs anymore. But I think the football team still wins. They have a better roster. Vikings, Packers, I think the Packers win. Although, you know what, I'm going to give this to the Vikings. They're going to be really pushing towards the end of the year to try to win that, win the division, trying to get that 7th seed in the NFC. So they might actually pull this off. Saints, Panthers, Saints are not doing too hot. Neither are the Panthers, but I think the Saints win this at home. And then the Lions, Seahawks, Lions aren't really doing anything this season. Seahawks are 3rd in their division. They are the 6th seed right now, but they aren't doing too hot. They really are going to try to win this game, and they do. And now we finally have the last week of the regular season. The most important week, really. And so we have Jets-Bills. I think the Bills will probably rest their starters and still win. Chiefs-Broncos. Chiefs will definitely rest their starters and still win. Actually, since they're resting their starters, the Broncos could probably win this game. Bengals-Browns. Browns will probably win, although they would probably also be resting their starters. Patriots-Dolphins. I think the Patriots will be fighting for a spot in the playoffs. So, as well as the Dolphins, to be fair. But the Patriots do win this game. And they are now in the playoffs, as provisionally right now. Colts, Jaguars. Colts are still going to be trying to win that division. They're going to be winning that game. Chargers, Raiders. I think. Well, let's see the comparison here. Chargers are going to be pushing for that playoff spot, and the Raiders are just going to try to play spoil sport. I think the Raiders actually in their new stadium could pull this off here and try to just ruin the Chargers season. And now we move on to the Steelers and Ravens. Steelers not even in contention of the playoffs. Ravens certainly trying to make it there. And with that win, they actually get put into P7 right now with the 7th seed. Titans, Texans, you could not have asked for a better game for the Titans to try to win the division. The Texans got all ran over by Derrick Henry last year. So, there we go. Panthers, Buccaneers. Buccaneers will probably rest their starters and still win. Actually, no, they'll probably rest their starters and lose this game. Seahawks, Cardinals. Seahawks are going to be fighting for that playoff spot, but so are the Cardinals. Actually, right now, every single team in that NFC West is in the playoffs. I'm going to give this to the Cardinals because I think right now they'll be pushing like crazy. At home, they'll probably win. I mean, it'd be awesome to see, and yeah, here we go. So now, Cowboys, Eagles. This is going to be interesting. The Cowboys, yeah, I think they probably win. They win the division finally this year, go to the playoffs. Eagles are 3-14. They're not really trying to win. Then we have Saints, Falcons. Saints, I think, really aren't trying to win anymore. Falcons probably take this win, try to make the playoffs, although I don't think it's going to happen anymore. Football team, Giants. Football team still has a shot. Giants really don't, so they're going to be trying still. Packers, Lions. Packers are still trying. Lions aren't. Again, Packers are going to win. 49ers, Rams. This is going to be interesting. I think the Rams would probably win this game, given that they are the better team there. And then we have the Bears and the Vikings. This is going to be a good game. It's probably going to be two teams not really going to be making the playoffs, though. I still think the Vikings pull it off, but they're not going to make the playoffs or anything. Alright, so here we go. Wildcard weekend. So this will be, guys, where we end this video. So looking at the rankings for the divisions, we have the number 1 seed on the AFC side as the Chiefs going 13-4, and the Chargers also making it from that division as the 6th seed, and the Raiders going 8-9, Broncos going 8-9, both not making the playoffs, and probably just aiming for a good draft at this point. Next, in the AFC East, we have the Bills winning the division, being the 3rd seed, and going 12-5, and the Patriots just barely miss out to the Ravens, who went 11-6, and they also went 11-6. Actually, I think the Patriots lost the head-to-head, which was why they got the 8th seed and did not make the playoffs. And below them was the Dolphins, 9th seed, and the Jets, who went 6-11. Dolphins went 8-9. In the AFC South, we had the Titans 12-5, Colts 11-6. Both those teams make the playoffs, and the Jaguars and the Texans bring up the rear in the AFC, 4-13 and 2-15 respectively. Now the Browns really have a stellar season. They go the number 2 seed, and they are 13-4, 6-0 in the division, by the way. Ravens just squeak into the playoffs, 3-3 in the division, but 11-6 overall. Bengals and Steelers go 6-11. The Bengals top them based off of division records. Now over to the NFC side, we had the number 1 team also come from the West, the NFC West. The Rams winning out the division, going 13-4, 5-1 in the division. 49ers, who had a brilliant start to the season, ended up kind of falling off towards the end. Got the 5th seed in the end, not the end of the world. And they are 11-6. Seahawks 10-7 made the playoffs. Cardinals 10-7 made the playoffs. So you have an NFC West wild card lockdown. No other team from the NFC made the wild card other than the NFC teams. The 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals, all who were separated by 1 game. And the Seahawks and Cardinals not even that. Just coming down to divisional records, which is crazy to me. Now we have the East, and in that the Cowboys win the division at 10-7, football team 8-9, Giants 4-13, Eagles 3-14. Then the Buccaneers win the South 10-7, Falcons just a little bit behind, actually did really well relative to where they were this year. Then at 9-8, and then the Panthers 7-10, Saints 6-11, Packers go 10-7, win the division, get the 4th seed, and they are just ahead of the Vikings, who are 9-8, and who actually barely just missed out to the Cardinals. If they had won, I think week 18, actually if they had just gotten an extra win, then they would have probably beat the Cardinals. But unfortunately for them, they are 2nd in the division and the 8th seed in the NFC, so no playoffs for them. Bears 6-11, unfortunate season for them. They were definitely hoping for better with Justin Fields, but I think he probably didn't get that much playing time. And the Lions 4-13. But for the teams that didn't make the playoffs, at least you have consolation with this draft order. Maybe not for the Patriots, Vikings, Dolphins, Raiders, or stuff. But for the Texans, you have the number 1 pick in this predictions. The Eagles have the number 2 pick. The Giants have the 3. Lions have the 4. Jaguars have the 5. Jets have the 6. And the Saints, for the first time in a while, have the 7th pick, which is a top 10 pick. Steelers also have a top 10 pick. Any other surprises? Falcons at 16. That's pretty big compared to number 4 this year. And other than that, yeah, I think that's it. Other of the top 4 teams, I think every single one of these teams needs a quarterback. 5 and 6 don't. The Jaguars and the Jets definitely do not. But yeah, this would be an epic draft, seeing that all 4 of these teams need quarterbacks, and really there won't be any trading, but it'll just be interesting to see who takes who, especially since there's so many quarterbacks this year. But guys, that is it for this video. We will be posting a separate video on the postseason and predicting that based off of this schedule. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, and if you made it this far in the video, just comment something like, I don't know, grape. Just comment grape in the comments if you made it this far. I don't know if anyone actually will, but here we are. And subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you next time. Peace out.